everyone. I am Dr. Ekus. I hope you're having a wonderful Friday. A quick question for you. Do you know of any high-achieving woman who are often described as strong, capable, and dependable because they show up, they deliver, they carry responsibility so well? But there is something they don't talk about enough. Today, many high-achieving women are not just tired. They're experiencing what we call silent burnout. And here is something very important to understand. Silent burnout doesn't mean you can't wake up in the morning. You don't want to get out of bed. You can still go to work. You can still care for your family. You can still meet deadlines, show up for others. But internally, you may feel drained, overstimulated, disconnected from yourself. So today we're going to talk about 7 reasons high-achieving women experience silent burnout. And more importantly, how to begin recognizing it before it takes a deeper toll. First reason, constant high performance without recovery. High-achieving women often operate in continuous output mode. There is always something to do, something to solve, something to manage. But performance without recovery leads to mental exhaustion over time. Rest is not a reward. It is a requirement for sustainable performance. Number 2, the pressure to maintain excellence. When you are known for excellence, people believe and begin to expect so much from you consistently. And over time, that expectation become an internal pressure. You may begin to feel like, I can't drop the ball now. I have to keep the standard. I cannot afford to slow down. That pressure creates mental strain even when everything looks fine externally. 3, emotional suppression. Many high-achieving women learn to push through emotions in order to stay productive. You may feel overwhelmed, but continue working. You may feel tired, but still show up. You may even feel emotionally stretched, but remain composed. Over time, suppressed emotion, they don't disappear. They accumulate, and that accumulation contributes to burnout beneath the surface. Let me share something very important here. At different points of my life, in my journey from working as a nursing assistant to a doctor of nursing practice, there were seasons where I had to function at a very high level, showing up, delivering, meeting expectations, and from the outside, everything looked wonderful, great. But internally, honestly, there were moments of mental fatigue that were easy to overlook. In fact, I remember my husband telling me, "Oh, it's you. You will get this done anyway." But I was struggling internally. Because when you're used to performing, you don't always stop to ask yourself, how am I actually doing mentally? You just keep going. And this is the silent burnout I'm talking about. You're still capable. You're still responsible. You're still achieving. But you're also mentally stretched in ways that are not always visible. And the danger is this. When you normalize functioning under constant pressure, you may not recognize when your system actually needs rest, support, or recalibration. And that is why awareness is very important. Because you don't have to completely break down before you start paying attention to your mental well-being. Which brings me to another important factor. Number 4, the invisible mental load. Beyond professional responsibilities, many women also carry a significant mental load. Planning for the family, remembering dates, appointments, anticipating needs, managing emotional dynamics. Even during moments of rest, the mind may still be active. This constant cognitive engagement contributes to mental fatigue, even when you're not physically active. Number 5, lack of boundaries. High-achieving women are often dependable, and because they are dependable, they are often given more. Over time, this leads to overcommitment, saying yes too often. You remember that, right? Taking too much, prioritizing others over personal capacity. Without boundaries, burnout becomes almost inevitable. We all know this. Number 6, identity tied to productivity. For many higher achieving women, identity becomes their achievement. Productivity becomes a measure of worth. So slowing down can feel uncomfortable and even unfamiliar. And when identity is tied only to output, rest can feel like you're losing progress instead of restoring your balance. Number 7, ignoring early warning signs. Silent burnout builds gradually. It doesn't happen overnight. Early signs may include mental fatigue, irritability, difficulty concentrating, emotional detachment, low motivation. But because high-achieving women are used to pushing through, these signs are often ignored till the exhaustion becomes harder to manage. And this is the most important message I want you to take away from today's discussion. Silent burnout does not mean you are unable to function. It doesn't mean you can't get out of bed. It means you may be functioning while struggling internally. You can still be productive and still be overwhelmed. You can still be successful and still be emotionally exhausted. So the goal is not to wait until you no longer can function. The goal is to recognize the signs early and do something about it. And you may ask yourself, what can I do? Well, start by asking yourself, where am I mentally overloaded? Where do I need rest? Not just physically, but emotionally. Or where do I need to create boundaries? Small intentional changes can make a significant difference because sustainable success requires emotional sustainability. Let me close with this. High achievement and burnout can exist at the same time. And just because someone appears to be doing well externally doesn't mean they are doing well internally. If this message resonated with you, take a moment, pause, and reflect. Your well-being matters just as much as your performance. I would love to hear from you. Which of these 7 signs do you see most often in high-achieving women today or in yourselves? Share your thoughts in the comments. And if this message also resonated with you, go ahead, save this video as a reminder. I am Dr. Ekus, and here we believe mental health should be understood, respected, and talked about openly. I will see you in my next conversation because awareness is where healing begins.